What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Ho to Husband podcast. I'm your host, Terry Duran. I got both of my co-hosts on the line with me tonight. I got my man, J. Bob, on the building. What's good, man?
Not much, man. Definitely looking forward to it. Finally got us back on here tonight, so definitely looking forward to it. But want to quickly remind you, you can catch us on TikTok as well. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Ho to Husband Podcast. And for those interested in promos or shout-outs, you can shoot us a DM on IG at Ho to Husband Podcast, as well as shoot us an email at hoetohusbandpodcast@gmail.com. All right, T.
I got my man SD in here with us. What's up with you?
Nothing, man. A little tired, but I'm gonna make it through. But let me give a shout out to Brother Soul Productions for always keeping the background audio fresh. And I want to remind you all to donate to the Ho to Husband podcast on Cash App and PayPal. All right, T.
I want to remind everybody that y'all can catch the audio playback of the podcast every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on the core94.com. Tonight's episode is titled Who Raised Bro? And I just wanted to have a conversation about how men judge and hold other men accountable, especially when they do some suspect or questionable behavior. But y'all know how we do around here, man. We like to discuss stuff that we've seen on our timelines or things that have been trending. And so this first video we got where a pastor's actually talking about men that chase women and why it's so frowned upon. Let's take a look.
And you weak men that chase women, you're gonna chase them right to hell. Yeah, I got a good wife, but there ain't a woman on the planet good enough for me to chase. I don't believe in running behind no woman. I don't chase booty. If I got to chase my wife, then I'm gonna have to keep chasing her to keep her. Moment you start chasing that woman, you're gonna have to keep it up. And once she see you chasing her, she gonna deliberately do things that make you run her down. I chase God. I won't never chase a woman long as I'm black. And as far as I know, God ain't changing my color. I have no respect for no man that chase a woman.
This chase conversation comes up an awful lot. I've seen a lot of people, they make analogy. Men are born to hunt. Men are natural hunters. So they just get a thrill out of chasing women and pursuing women. And to me, that couldn't be further from the truth. Yes, men, actively pursue women because they really don't have a choice. But for guys that have options and things to consider, constant rejection is one of the fastest ways to get him to redirect his attention. So I totally agree, man. The idea of chasing after a woman doesn't make sense to me.
Nah, man. You know what? I'm with him. If you got to chase a woman, she don't like you.
True.
That's really how I go. Because if she like you, I can guarantee you ain't gonna have to chase her. She gonna make herself available. She gonna let you know that she interested. That's why I don't chase women that because some women like to give you a hard time, or they want you to try harder. You know what I'm saying? You'll ask for the number. They'll say no because they want you to try harder to get it. Or you'll ask them to go out and they'll say no because they want you to try harder to try to go out. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. Because like I said, we know, because we've dealt with women for so long, that women have two different sets of rules. They got rules for the guys they like, and they got rules for the guys they don't like. And let me throw in another one. They got, I'm gonna say 3 sets of rules. They got rules for a guy that they kind of iffy about. You know what I'm saying? The guy that they like and they really like, he has very little resistance from a woman because she's really into him. It could be his look, it could be his money, it could be his personality, it could be whatever. But she's really attracted to him sexually, physically, his personality, all that. Very few rules for him. She just hope he's a good guy. The guy in the middle that she kind of iffy about, now he kind of teetering on the friend zone. He gotta, he gotta make $100K. He gotta take her to the nice restaurant. He gotta try to win her over. So she has a certain set of rules for him in order for her to build up to like him more. The guy that she don't like at all, he friend zone all the way. He can't smell no titty. He can't lick no titty because she really don't care for him. But she'll use him for his resources. She'll use him to go out with and have him pay for dinner, pay for drinks, give him the side hug. You know what I'm saying? and take pictures with him. But this is my
See it all the
my
time.
bestie. Yeah, like so if you gotta chase her and you like her, she don't really like you like that. So I'm in agreement with my man Jay. What you think?
Nah, he's spitting facts here. Preacher is preaching right now. I mean, as chasing a woman is a crash dummy mission as a man, because it never ends well. It never works out. I don't think there's ever been a time where a guy just kept overly pursuing a woman and she just came to her senses and changed her mind. Like, a woman has to choose you. So I think for a man, you have to chase purpose. Like, a woman should come in and compliment the life you already have.
Yeah, I think by definition, in a chasing scenario, there's somebody that has to be actively trying to get away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
if the whole part, from a male perspective, we know going in when we shoot our shot at a woman that we're interested in her. So a lot of the times we have to confirm whether or not the attraction is mutual. Now, women can flirt and give signs and all that, but that ain't always accurate. You know what I mean? Like you were mentioned earlier, there are lots of women that know how to finesse guys that they see have resources or look like they have money, etc. But guys have to figure out if that interest is mutual. And the guys that never figure out how to do that are usually the ones that are gonna, struggle with women long term, and have, be 35-year-old virgins, etc.
Yeah, them the guys that gotta chase women. They have to chase women. But this is the thing with that, right? Women don't respect men that's gotta chase them.
Not at all.
They don't. That's why they'll use them. They'll use them for whatever it is that they're willing to give. They'll be an emotional tampon to them. They'll be they guy that they go out with, and he spend his money and he protect her and he listen to her nonsense after work and her with other dudes. Like,
He just happy to be around.
He just happy to be around, but she don't respect him as a man. She might respect him as a bestie. As a bestie, she'll make up little handshakes with you, but not as a man, because a man that don't have to chase a woman is a man that'll tell a woman, no, I ain't doing that. That's a man with boundaries. That's a man with standards, and that's a man with requirements. Right. that will actually stop talking to a chick. And those are the men that women respect. If she can do whatever to you, and you'll still stick around, or everything she say you agree with, you a yes man. Yep. Because you're trying so hard to get her, you're overcompensating with something.
You're afraid.
Yeah, you're afraid of her walking away, so you tell her yes to everything. You pay for everything. You overdo it. You sending her flowers. You doing all this. She don't really respect you. She just tolerating you for the time being until she get a dude that she really respects and likes, and then you out the door, buddy. Out the door.
That's Steven. And the crazy part about, like, most women are overtly aware of that. They know he's doing whatever just to please her, just to make her happy. Mm-hmm. Like I said, she's just keeping him around until she finds a better option. And what you would just basically describe is an orbiter. Like, and women don't respect orbiters neither.
Absolutely not, man. It's soft. Yeah. It's weak. They look at it as weak. They look at it as feminine.
It is weak. Begging a woman for her time and attention, like, the guys that women actually want, their biggest struggle is managing their time and attention and trying to only give it to one woman.
I'm telling you.
So if you are in a predicament where you have no options, no time, no attention, no guaranteed coochie, you are just begging and hoping that you can get anything, well, that puts you in an awfully bad predicament. You know what I mean? And you never want to be in that type of situation in any type of market. You know what I mean?
And let me say this real quick. Let me throw this out there for the fellas that don't know. When you get your life together financially, you got your mental together, you got your integrity, your respect, and how you treat other people, you prioritize your life, you got all these other things in line, you're a good dad, whatever the case, the women will chase you.
Facts.
The women will come to you because It's way more of them, and it ain't really that many of you as a man. Like in the position
Still available. Most of them are taken already.
That's what I'm saying. When you position yourself as that top guy, right? And I'm talking about a well-rounded man, financially and all these here different things, women can tell. And they are gonna be on your bumper. You ain't gotta get on no woman's bumper like that. You let them, they'll come to you, buddy. And then you can sit back and then you choose and vet and use your discernment to see who best
decision making.
That's the hard part. That is the tough part when you have options. So you right about that, but I'll leave it at that.
All right, man, let's keep things rolling. Now, this next video is a topic of conversation that's been really popular this last couple months. It's a video of a guy explaining why a lot of people dislike Drake and some of Drake's antics. Let's take a look.
Naomi Sharon. So look up Drake and Naomi Sharon, bro, because her man's name was Jamie, bro. Bro, Jamie, a good dude. Because him and her both was artists. And they was together 8 or 9 years. They had engaged in everything, bro. Bro, Drake flew them out. Took them out the country, private jet. Dude said he woke up, his girl not there. He go on her page, her and Drake in the gym working out. She had never came back to the hotel room. Engagement called off. She ended up being Drake's girl for a little while. He notorious for that, bro. That's why a lot of guys don't like him. If he see you with her, he hopping in that inbox. For sure, bro.
Damn.
He'll see you with your wife. The lady you love, boy, he finna try.
Man, now, I think we've all experienced guys or known guys that have had reputations like that where they just don't respect boundaries of other guys. You know what I mean? And I've heard stories like this multiple times. Like he smashed Wayne's girl when he was in jail and stuff like that. Like stuff that I couldn't be partners with a guy that has that kind of character. Like there are boundaries within guys, right? A thought or a chick that's just a random is one thing, but breaking up an engagement and doing some shiesty behind the back things like that, like especially for someone that does not have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be different if Drake was struggling to get women or whatnot. So to me, that's just a like we said, you can't unlame somebody. To me, that's lame. Like I couldn't respect it.
The only one I really fought Drake for is the Wayne one, because Wayne is his boy.
Right.
This situation he talking about with Shorty, I remember that. She's just an artist. He don't know her, man. And this is the reality of it, right? To me, it says more about the women than it do Drake. Drake is a man. Drake, unless it's his boys or a close friend of his, then I get it. But Drake is a man, like any other man out here, right? It will probably not like any other man because of his finances. But my point is that if your woman is solid, I don't care who you put up in front of her. You could put Drake, Chris Brown, any of these dudes up in front of her. If she is solid, a solid woman that's got your back, she ain't gonna budge on Drake. She gonna be like, no, let's keep it where, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it like this. Like I got a man. That's how a solid woman that's actually is gonna do. Yeah. So a guy got done a favor. You wake up and your girl working out with Drake, and now she don't come back to the hotel. She don't come back to the hotel. Well, think about the money you just saved yourself. But not Drake just used her up for a couple weeks and then sent her on about her business, right? Now what's she doing? She out here trying to find another dude like the good dude she just left. That's her fault.
True.
He the one won in that deal. So Drake is just being like any other dude that's out here that see a fine woman outside. He don't care that you got a man at home.
I get that, but flying them out as a couple and doing all that, like that's way too much.
I get it. But my point is it's Drake. You can't. I don't know Drake. He fly me and my girl out to him. I don't know him. He don't owe me no loyalty. He don't owe me nothing as a man. I don't know him. You know who owe me loyalty? She did. Because she said that she was gonna be loyal to me. Drake don't, so I don't expect Drake to be loyal. My woman fine. If she fine, I expect every dude that come in contact with her to try to shoot at
part of the game.
Yeah,
it's just what it is. But I expect her to act like she got a man no matter who it is. That's why I don't talk to women who are infatuated with celebrities or anybody else. I don't talk to women that's infatuated with celebrities. They're going to pay $1,100 to take a picture with Chris Brown. No, ma'am.
Yeah, they be on that foolishness.
That's what I'm saying. 9 times out of 10, if you'll do that for a picture for a stranger to grope on you, you'll do the most if you got the chance, right? That ain't the type of chick that I want around me. She the type of chick like this woman that Drake flew out that'll go work out with him and not come back to the hotel because she's so in awe by him that she like, hey man, my man don't do this. So them the type of dirty hoes that you glad get exposed for being dirty hoes before you put a ring on their finger and risk your livelihood with them. So he should have high-fived her, man. Like, hey, thank you. Give me that ring back. Because I want my ring back if something like that happened. Give me the ring back. Man. Or I'm taking you to court for it. Yes, I'm petty. I want my ring back.
Man, both are valid points. I mean, listen, two things can be true at the same time here. Because, yeah, the woman, it's the woman's choice. She made the choice to go with Drake willfully and, get flued out for the past couple of weeks. But at the same time, we all know, that is dirty Mac. And I mean, yeah, I went to that man, he has no allegiance to him, but he'll do it. I mean, listen, he did it with Wayne, so yeah, he'll do it to him.
I don't like that. Is it dirty Mac or is it dirty hoeing?
Both.
It could have been
both.
Hold on. Because Drake could have been on some business stuff. And Shorty came and sat in his lap. She like, man, she want to give him some top. She want to give him some top, right? Drake can probably turn that down from a fine woman. He gonna be like, all right, she could have went at him. It could be dirty hoeing. Like it ain't always.
You're right. I did assume that Drizzy was an aggressor. Well, it definitely. Come on. He's talking, but like in the video. I mean, there are multiple stories like this. Like, I think that's really what the whole everybody versus Drake thing was about. Yeah. Situations like this where he went behind the back and slid in the chick's DMs and was pillow talking about you and stuff like, little hoe stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that other guys have dealt with. But when you are on the level of Drake, you have every resource in the world to make you attractive to women. Now there are lots there. I ain't gonna say lots, but there are some women that think Drake is corny and lame and would not date him even if they have the opportunity. I get that, but the overwhelming majority, he got his pick of who he can date based off his status and his finances.
Dimes too. He don't have to. I ain't saying that he don't dirty Mac. What I'm saying is that he you're right. He don't have to, but some of these chicks be dirty hoeing too with these here men.
Oh yeah. They groupies out here for sure.
For sure. Like I mean, you know what I'm saying. He just doing what he do as a young man. Man, listen, I'll be a dirty slut too. I wouldn't be like that though. I wouldn't be going behind nobody's back like trying to get. Because I mean, like you said, he can get the baddest chicks out here.
Don't have to do all of it. You don't have to do all that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that to me, that those are things that like desperate dudes do, like dudes that ain't used to a bad chick, like because if you want you to smash a couple of attractive women, you should be and able to control yourself, because if you can't, then that means you're like, you hear people say like you can't bring your girl around him. Well, that's a really negative statement about the dude. You know what I mean? Only if he's one of your partners. If he's the type of dude that is just so popping or so cool that your girl is going to throw herself at him, then that's a reflection of your girl. Like
that's what I'm saying. I like to bring my girl around guys that's like guys that get other women. I like to do that. See how she gonna act. You gonna giggle and hee all up in his face, or you gonna sit back and keep it short. You gonna keep it short and be on me, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind doing that. Like, all right, let's see how you gonna act. Cause he get chicks, personality is cool, whatever the case. Like, even some of my guys, like, they cool dudes. They ain't gonna go behind me or do nothing like that, but they cool dudes. You know, they get women, whatever the case. Bring her around, man. See how she gonna act. Is she gonna scoot her chair away from you when he come around? Pay attention, I'm telling you. Cause some of them be having signs out there. A lot of dudes just don't catch it.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, you know, some people are over the top and insecure about it. Like you said, it's not a problem for your woman to interact with other guys or whatnot. And the smart guys in those type of scenarios, that's a marketing tactic, bro. If your partner is with an attractive woman and you make her laugh and you become the cool friend, that's an instant alley-oop for you. You know what I mean? Like, so play it smart, and you don't have to do nothing that violates no codes with anybody.
Yeah, get your head busted being funny now. Don't be too funny. Don't get your head busted in white meat being funny around here, thinking you Dave Chappelle. Now keep it easy.
Oh man. All right, man. Look like we are up against the clock. Man, we about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna be getting into tonight's topic, who raised bro. When we're talking about how men actually judge and evaluate other men and their behavior. You are tuned into the Ho to Husband podcast. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm relationship coach and author Terry Duran, and I am pleased to announce that my book, It's Not That Complicated, is finally available as an audiobook. So if you don't like to read, or you just don't have time to read a paperback book, this audiobook is perfect for you. You can listen to it while you're in your car, while you're at work, etc. In the book, I break down how husband material men think and operate in regards to sex, love, and relationships, and I provide real quality insight on how husband material men approach dating. The audiobook is available on audible.com and on iTunes. All you have to do is go to one of the websites and search for my name, Terry Duran. Go download your copy today.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Ho to Husband podcast. Tonight's episode is titled Who Raised Bro? And we're just going to be having a conversation about the ways that we judge and evaluate men that will make you even question how he was raised or brought up. Now, there are certain things about other guys that I just don't care about. Like, I really don't care who other people sleep with in general. But how you move or how you go about it matters more to me than actually who you actually sleep with. So those type of things are things that I pay attention to, how a guy goes about his business, because guys that actually have a code or a value system and are stand-up guys, it's just certain stuff that they not gonna do, especially if they're part of your inner circle or part of your, people that rock with you.
Yeah, man. I pay attention to, how you are with your kids. Like, are you spending quality time with your kids? I can't hang around no dude that's got kids and he ain't active. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that definitely lowers my respect for you as a man if you not doing what you supposed to be doing with your kids financially and as far as the quality time, because all of these here things matter in the grand scheme of things when it comes to raising the kids. So if you're a deadbeat or one of those weekend dads that just get the kid 2 days every 2 weeks, 4 days a month, like, I really don't have a whole lot of respect for you. I really don't want you around me because I don't want your ways to rub off on me like that. So that's one of the things that I judge men by more than anything. Jay, what you think?
I'm the same way with kids, but also, like, I look at things as like, how does he carry himself overall? Is he somebody that's responsible? Is he handling his business? I look at things like that. If he's somebody, it's like you're over 30 years old and you don't have a hold on your finances. You're always down. You're like, or you're not even trying to do better. You're just content with, being the cashier at Home Depot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I start looking at you differently.
Yeah, to me, that's always been a real big factor. The path that a guy is on. How much effort are you putting into putting yourself in a better position in the future? And that applies in a lot of different ways. You know what I mean? Like, because one thing that I learned, early in my 20s, um, majority of the tasks in life are really, or the goals that you achieve are about time management.
True.
Are you focusing on doing what you want to do, or are you taking a lot of that time to do what you need to do or you have to do? And those are the kind of things that I saw that's kind of separated me along, among friends that I grew up with, or people, co-workers and different things like that. You see some that have a long-term vision and are constantly trying to improve and evolve and grow to a next level. And then you have some that are just content. You know what I mean? Like, they just cool with just making babies and smoking weed and playing video games and not having no vision of getting outside of that type of teenage lifestyle.
You know what? I'm a firm believer of, association brings about assimilation, or you are the company you keep. You hang around somebody long enough, it's only a matter of time before you pick up those bad habits. So it's like those guys you just described, I wouldn't want to be around those kind of guys. Like, I want to be around somebody that is, like, I would say, I guess, on my level, or somebody higher, someone that can help me elevate. Because if I see, okay, they're doing something better than me, I'm going to take from them. I'm like, okay, what could I do to get there?
Man, you know what, man? When I was growing up, my parents, them, man, they was heavy in the Bible. So my father used to tell me this all the time. He said, hey, man, bad association spoils useful habits. It's a scripture in the Bible, right? And I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, whatever. I ain't trying to hear all that. But then as I got older, it's like, man, I really don't want to be around dude. And now it's still the same way. Like, I don't want to be around a dude that's a finesser. Somebody that's always trying to get over, because somebody like that, a dude that's like that, he'll get over on you if he get the chance. Right. Yeah, he's somebody that'll see you drop your wallet, pick it up, and then walk the other way, take the money, and then bring it to you. Like, oh man, it was sitting over here on the floor. I don't know, I just picked it up. Like, he always trying to get over. That's why, man, I keep a small circle of men. And we carry ourselves a certain way. I've been knowing them for a long time, and I know that they solid. It's guys that I see on social media that be wanting to be cool, and then I see how they move, and I be like, nah.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fakes.
Yeah, I can't associate myself with that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they out there like, oh man, that's SD boy, him. That's his boy. They gonna look at me funny, right? And I'm like,
guilty by association.
Of course. And I don't want my name associated with that. You know what I'm saying? I drug my own name in the mud being a hoe for 20 something years. I don't need nobody else dragging it in the mud. Now that I'm out of that, like, no, I don't want to deal with that. So I only keep solid people around me, man.
All right, so when it comes to other guys, like, I remember, one thing that I pay attention to is I do, whether you think it's fair or not, I think most people do it, but I put a lot of weight on the woman that a man selects. And so how a man's woman behaves, how she carries herself, and how she treats him, to me, that says a lot about a guy. Because I've been married a long time, so I see other couples. Sometimes the husband's a little weak ass dude, can't speak up for herself, won't make eye contact, won't, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a little wimp.
She doing
dude. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you can tell that she kind of wear the pants in the family type vibe. But then you meet another dude who got a hold of his household. He's ambitious. He's doing his thing. Like, so you can tell a lot by just seeing how couples interact. Maybe not in a club environment, but in settings where you're there for like an extended period and you get to interact with others. It tells a lot.
Yeah. I don't even know if I should say this, but I'll use it, but not try to pinpoint it. So it's a married woman that comes to a sporting event that my son does because her kids also do this, and she is just in everybody's face all over the place. The men dancing and in their face and doing all that, and and married.
Wow.
And
Oh, I
married.
thought you were single. I thought you
No.
I was thinking too, man.
No, she is married. And I be sitting there like, why is she so? It's one thing to be cordial to other people out, you know what I'm saying? Especially in environments where kids are playing sports and y'all kind of see each other quite frequently, whatever the case. It's cool to be cordial to other men that's there. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Such and such? Oh, I'm good. It's another thing to be there, he and ha and dancing and doing all this. And but then when the husband come in, man, he sit down with his knees together, you know.
Oh, little
And
weak
he sit
ass.
there, yeah, and it's like, oh, I
Now
see.
you see why.
Now I see what's going on here. She is just all over the place, and he just quiet and docile and off to the side. And you know what it tells me? She don't respect him.
Fact.
She don't respect him as a man. He don't really respect himself because he's putting up with that. So, you know, it's something that I pay attention to with, because you said something about couples, right? I pay attention to this when married women or women in relationships are around. How is she responding, not just to me, but to other men? Is she keeping it cool? Is she keeping it short and this and that? Or is she, you know, overly friendly and all that? Because it tells you exactly what type of dude she got if she's behaving that way, in my opinion.
I agree.
I agree. I mean, you know, the type of woman that a man deals with tells you a lot about him, you know, like the situation you just described, right? Because you got to think of it like this. When a woman goes out in the street and she's with you, she's a reflection of you. So she represents you. And
Vice versa too.
I agree.
Mhm.
So why would you want somebody like that representing you? You know, someone that's out in everybody's face and knows no decorum whatsoever. Like I wouldn't want to deal with a woman like that. Or she doesn't care how she dresses, just any old way. You know the ones that go out in the bonnet, house slippers, wearing girls in the grocery store. Like no.
Yeah.
You know, I would not want you representing me in that kind of way. Like to me, you're like, I look at myself like a brand. I feel like you doing that is causing embarrassment to me and my brand, and it's just not a good look.
Yeah. So when we talking about other guys, and somehow guys behave, especially when we're in groups, what are some of the things that can let you know that a guy is insecure or lacks confidence? Because I know a lot of times I'll see the guys that try to talk about how much they spend. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm about to go buy this. Man, I got to go do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, they kind of try to put on a show and flex, or make themselves seem a certain way, and especially when women come around.
Yeah, fool be like, "Hey man, you got change for 8,000." Change for 8,000? What are you talking about? Change for 8,000, man? What do you mean? Like, yeah, like men that's insecure. They try to show, or overcompensate by showing what they do have. And a lot of times, okay, they got a little money, right? So you'll see these here fools with the money up to their ear, right? Or they got 32 chains on around their neck and they showing it in the picture, or they pulling back their teeth so they can see the gold teeth. They showing off their watch. They showing something that's of monetary means, right? They showing that, putting that out on Front Street because they lack confidence in something. It might be their personality, it might be their looks, it might be their integrity, they whatever the case. Them being a dad, so they want to try to show something in order to try to get women. That's an easy way to tell when a man is insecure about something. He's trying to overcompensate or get women to overlook those insecurities, right? By showing this. It's a distraction. What is that? Like somebody will show you this. It's a great analogy. I can't remember.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Yeah, like you don't know what they doing with that other hand. You know, you don't really see it because they distracting you with this here gold or whatever that's in this here other hand, and before you know it, you stabbed in the back or something like that because you wasn't really paying attention to them. So that's how you could tell, man, because guys that's really got it, like if they got money, men that's got money and they are secure with themselves, they ain't got to tell nobody.
You can't tell.
They ain't got to tell nobody. Yeah. Or I'm sorry, man. Let me go with another one real quick because I know I'm a little long-winded. When a dude tells women, when I hear them say, "I'm an alpha man," I'm an alpha. I'm this. I'm that. He's insecure, and that's just like showing the money. He's trying to tell you
convince
that
you
he is this guy. Yeah, he's trying to convince you that he's this guy. When a lot of times they ain't really that guy. Because if you're that guy, it's like Jordan. I ain't never heard Jordan call himself the GOAT.
Nope.
Other people call Jordan the GOAT based off of his resume. So if you are an alpha male, or you that guy, or you're him, they starting to say now, if you that guy, other people will see it in the way you carry yourself. You ain't got to tell nobody. But when they try to tell somebody and convince people, that's when you know they really insecure and they not who they say they are. All right, I'm done. Go ahead.
Yeah, one way, just a lot of things you said. The guy who's, flashy, got to lead with his money, show what he got. Usually, if you got to lead, especially when dealing with women, if you got to lead with your money, a lot of times out of 10, you're compensating for a lack of game. There's something that you're compensating for. So you have to be over the top, or guys trying to be the loudest in the room, always trying to be the center of attention. Like to me, the loudest in the guy is always the weakest one in the room, but they feel like they need to draw attention towards themselves because they got nothing else.
Yeah, a lot of guys. I will remember seeing a lot of guys that would always try to impress me or make it seem like they pulled all the holes. You know what I'm saying? Like every time you see them or interact with them, they got to be talking about, man, I did this. Man, I met this chick, and man, I did this. And so that really annoyed. Like, don't be that dude, fellas. Like every interaction or everything that you say ain't gotta be promoting the idea that you just have massive success with women. You know what I mean? Because even the guys that have success with women enjoy other things. They talk about sports. They talk about movies. Every interaction they have with other men is not trying to convince them that they got hoes. You know what I mean? Like, that's a telltale sign that you really are lame deep down.
Man, I got this guy that be in my DMs, man. Like, this dude sends me a picture of every chick he smashes. And I'll be like,
hey, really? Look at this one.
Yeah. I'll be like, bro, like, I'm like, you don't have to send me every chick you smashing, dude. Like, why? Oh man, I got these here. I could do this. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You can do it. Like, it ain't like you talking to a girl or got a nice chick or whatever. He's like, yo, I smashed this one too. And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Do you know her? Do you know her? I think she follow you? And I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, it's lame to me.
That's what dudes is on, bro.
I don't need to know every chick you are smashing.
That's high school.
Like, yeah, right. But he young. He young.
Oh,
okay.
We'll give him I give a pass there.
So he's trying to impress you. I get it. Okay.
He's young. I will give him
like 30-something years old.
Yeah. He like 30, something like that. They're 29, somewhere up in there, man. But it every time I post something, like, it's apparent, and I'll be like, man, come on, man. Like, it's a little much. So, I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right, man. So I wanted to ask y'all, as far as expectations of other guys, like, what are the expectations that you have from guys that you are actually going to hang around? And for me, I don't really club that often. I'll go out occasionally, but majority of the time, that's not my thing. Primarily because, to me, the club is where you go to meet women, and that's not really what I'm on. But one of the things that really matters to me is guys that have the ability to either calm down a situation versus guys that escalate a situation. Like, I've learned to differentiate between those type of guys in high school. You got guys that talk crazy and you end up about to be in a fight, or, like, or in a about to get arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys that are unruly can create a very chaotic situation. When I'm really I'm really on a chill, let's hang out and have a good time type vibe. So I don't really mesh well with guys like that. So I expect guys that are around me or within my personal space to have the maturity to try to avoid confrontations and situations that could possibly result in the police coming.
Yeah, man. You know, that takes me back to a situation that that we almost had in Colombia back in February.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Okay, story time.
Yeah, man. Me and some guys, we were out in Colombia, and we were at the beach. We chilling. We order some drinks, whatever to do. He brings all the drinks, this and that, and we just ordering, coconuts, whatever, with the stuff in it and all this here. So he brings the total over, and I mean, it was like 10 of us there, right? And the dudes, it's $150 American money for 10 guys. We drinks, we had
That's
this
it?
and that.
yeah.
That's it. Man, the guys I was with had a problem. I ain't paying this dude no $150. Blah, 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 going on.
Between
dude's
10
like,
dudes?
No, between 10 dudes.
That's more
Now,
than
mind you, yeah, I'm like, yo, hold on. Dude got mad. He's got all these Dominican dudes around. It's 10 of us. It's 300 of them. Mind you. And I'm like, yo, hold on. Wait a minute, dude. It's $150 for 10 people. At home, you throw that out there in the heartbeat at a club.
That's nothing.
And we talking about between 10
I thought you were about to say 150 each. That's what I thought you was about to say.
No, this is what made me mad about it. Because now we're put in a predicament where they saying, man, I ain't paying that. So I had to pull them to the side like, man, look where we at. This is not New York. This ain't Miami. We are in Colombia. They will chop our heads off and leave us here. And the police will be like, ain't no police around here. So I say that to say, I expect men that I'm around to be level-headed and understand the environment in which we are in, and to be reasonable, especially when we moving in other people's lands, territories, and different things like that, because the rules ain't the same that they are back home. So you have to have a certain level of humility when you go to these here other places, and reasonableness to say, man, it's $150. I see you spend $400 on gym shoes, and you talking about $150 between 10 guys. Like, it just blew my mind, man. And so it made me look at these other guys different, which I didn't, never looked at them that way. But it made me look at them different to think that you don't understand the severity of the situation that we are in. And I need men around me when I'm going with my guy somewhere, that understand situations and not try to be the tough guy all the time. Because the tough guy has got plenty of men killed and left right where they was at. So that's what I look for. Especially
you going outside to a whole nother country.
Oh man,
you don't know the law of the land.
These dudes had machetes and everything. I'm like,
very dangerous.
Man, listen, you don't speak the language either. Mm-hmm. It was bad, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. So that's what I expect.
Yeah, for me, somebody that I know is solid wherever I go, he's gonna be solid. I got his back, he got mine. Because like you said, and I want to touch on what you just said, SD. Like when I go on group trips, I kind of have a rule of thumb. I usually don't go with more than 3. Like me and 2 other people, and sometimes I've even had bad experiences with that. Just because you go out of town for an extended period of time, somebody's cheap with the wine. You find out somebody has some kind of weird something collection, whatever that is. You just don't know. I just feel like too much can go wrong there, and it's just like once something goes wrong, everybody's stuck. No matter. I mean, at least you're in the States. I mean, okay, you can go catch another flight, but you're in a whole other country. Yeah, that's only even worse there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, guys have been able to read the room and adjust accordingly. Like one of I guess one of the benefits of being around guys that were successful with women is we all understood the wingman concept. You know what I'm saying? Like the group success and you know assisting others, creating opportunities for each other and things like that. And so if you're around guys, there's always a guy in the clique that cuss chicks out and create conflict, and you know what I'm saying, like that women don't want to be around and don't want to have it. Like those are the type of guys you have to weed out the clique. You know what I mean? Like everybody can't come along and everybody can't get invited. So that's one of the things that I like how I operate now. Majority of the functions that I do or when I party, I can have it at my house where I can control the environment. You know what I mean? And so I don't have to be driving across Houston lit. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of stuff that I can avoid, and I can really make sure everybody have a good time in a safe manner.
And the running joke about Houston's an hour away from Houston.
Yeah, it's a long way, man.
Houston, an hour away from Houston.
Yep.
Oh, it's a big city.
Yep.
Yeah. Chicago like that too. Chicago like that too. It'll take you over an hour to go from south to north. So and then or south to west or west to north or whatever. Like it take you hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes. So I get it. Trust me, I understand. But I just like, man, when I go out with guys, man, I expect for guys to just be stand-up dudes, man, and not try to start issues. Try to diffuse issues as much as possible, man, while we out. Because again, you in different places. I don't care if it's different states. You know what I'm saying? You just have to really tread lightly out here, man, because the fact of the matter is a lot of these dudes ain't even fighting no more. These dudes here wait for you to come out of the spot. You know what I mean?
You know why though? I have a theory on that. I think a lot of guys are afraid to get beat up on camera because back in our day, you come to school the next day with a black eye or something. It
is what it is.
But now, if you get beat up, it's gonna go viral. At least locally, it'll go viral. Whether that's because you could type in any high school. Such middle school fights, you're gonna see a million fights from the school. So the climate and the embarrassment of getting beat up, I think, has a lot to do with why so many people run first to grab a weapon.
And the first 15 seconds after a week or so, people are gonna forget all about you. Won't even remember who the hell you are, man.
Hey man, listen, you beat me up. We got to fight every time I see you until I win. Until I win. That's the rule. If you beat me up, we got to fight every time I see you until I win. When I win,
it's on site.
Yeah.
It's on site every time, man.
Yeah, but I never had that issue. But I'm just saying, that's just with my brother. But other than that, and even when I was boxing, I remember the first time I started boxing. Shorty beat me, man, like I stole something when I first got in there. Because that was my first time actually getting in the ring. It's different than fighting on the street. You know what I'm saying? When you fight somebody that's been trained, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Shorty beat the brakes off me when I first got in the ring. Man, listen, 9 months later, I beat the brakes off of Shorty. I didn't care if he was younger than me. I beat the brakes off of him and made him quit. Like, so I'm serious. I gotta get you, man. So hey, I'm just saying, man, that's the way it goes.
All right, man. This is the last question before we get up out of here, man. I wanted to ask y'all, can y'all think of a example of a situation or something that a guy could do that would make you completely or instantly lose respect for him?
Hit a woman. Hit a chick while, you know what I'm saying? Why I'm sitting right there. Yeah, like cause she talking back or said something he didn't like, or you know what I'm saying, winked at another dude. I've seen some chicks get yoked up in the club for talking too long to a guy, and me and my guys kind of hemmed them up a little bit. But stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, make me look at a dude like, man, what is you doing? all your respect is lost because your feelings is hurt over something like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Say either hit a woman or you do something like this real like greasy behind my back. Like you do something like steal from me or something like that. Or you in my house, you over here, casing my place out, trying to steal stuff.
Yeah.
Or you trying to talk to my woman behind my back, knowing that's my woman. Like things like that, I lose all respect for you. That's just a no-go for me.
Yeah, man. I've lost a couple of friends over stuff like that, man. Dudes slide in DMs and send messages and say stuff. And I mean, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like I know what it's like to desire a woman or catch feelings for a woman or whatnot. But some dudes don't have the ability to put loyalty over those things. You know what I'm saying?
Over
like
lust.
Yeah, over lust. Like my partners, they bring chicks that I would love to smash around, but you gotta have self-control. You gotta be like they know I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do nothing about that. But how you react to it, like sometimes you got certain dudes who just try to put on a show and try to act outside their normal character when attractive women come around. And like that's kind of truth serum among a group of guys. How guys behave once chicks come around and liquor starts flowing is really a reflection of what their value system really is. Because dudes that like we've been talking about that are solid and actually move in a respectable way, that's not going to change just because the environment change or some women come around. All right, man. Looks like we are up against the clock. We about to get up out of here. Before we go, man, I want to give another shout out to Brother Soul Productions for keeping us laced with our background music. I want to remind y'all to continue supporting the podcast through our Cash App and our PayPal. J and SD, man, I appreciate. I'm glad we finally got to get everybody back together. This has been another episode of the Hold a Husband podcast, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.